recording. He's already started.
So what?
Did you already start?
I'm just telling you.
I'm over it.
All right.
Why are we so close today?
Because we got this new angle set up for YouTube so everyone can see our pretty faces.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Don't up. Not my upper thigh.
Is he the? He's doing his segment or he's a guest?
Huh? Sam's doing his segment.
Okay, so I'm not going to say today's guest is. We're just going to.
Oh, today's guest is
nobody.
No, yeah, he's right there.
Oh,
Where's the?
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
So good.
We're just starting, and then we're gonna bring you in after the break. We take a little commercial break. Cool, man.
Is that
Thanks.
Huh? Is that Bo?
No.
It's not Bo.
Where's the?
Are you sure?
Hey, hand me that whiteboard
Bo.
pen right there, please. Shit. You can start whenever, Ben.
Yeah, we're going.
When is? How much time do we have till it comes on?
Man, why don't you shut up, you fucking redneck?
Whoa.
I don't make good sounds under pressure.
This is disgusting. Is that your love-making style?
There. You got it? Among other things. There's.
Is this okay?
I think. I'm not sure.
Jake Allen from Bets the Quad.
How clean are these?
Yeah, that was always the front pickup.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, that's why I was...
All right, hit the theme song.
Figure what time?
No,
Hit
it's
it.
got the minute rolling in.
Oh, how much time we got left?
Oh, I can hit it whenever you want.
Hit it.
What? Gotta stop doing that, man. It's the Rep Rabbin Pro. Brought to you by Nice Guy Digital. Recorded at world famous more pop music, do. Yeah, published some of the day forward.
Marty ate some peanut butter.
My name's Marty Shannon. Today's podcast, we talked to Jake Allen from BET's The Quad. I always call it Bets the Quad. Right, right, Ben?
Sure.
Oh, Ben. You still on this podcast?
For another week.
My name's Marty Shannon.
We're also going to talk to Wissam.
Oh, we're also going to talk to Wissam.
That's all right. I'll say it.
I don't want to talk to him. You can talk to him.
Okay.
He's going to be too famous for us pretty soon.
I know. We got to keep getting him on here while we can.
Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times. My best friend. And my future homeless friend.
Oh,
Brett Davern.
that's me. Listen up, everybody. Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is our show. Thanks for listening on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Entire episodes of this show are now on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show to check out this podcast in all of its beautiful video glory.
You do realize
Also,
people you're pointing at are probably already at youtube.com/BrettDavern Show.
why don't you speak up so people can actually hear you talking on the show like I've asked you to do 1,000 times?
They can hear me.
No, they can't.
Okay.
I listen back to this podcast all the time, and I can't ever hear you.
They can feel you.
I can't ever hear you. It's just Marty and I stop talking. We listen for a second, and then we move on with the show.
Is this mic on?
Just start
Yeah,
yelling.
the mic's on.
Just start
Oh.
talking louder. That's all. Project, dear boy. Sing out, Louise. That's all I'm asking.
Well, if I could use one of the 2 microphones.
Shut
I'm
up.
fine.
Ben, we don't want to give you an actual microphone because we've heard you on the microphone before. But if you want to yell out in the background, we love it. Just
Okay.
make sure you're heard.
Yeah, the ones that I'm on are some of the better.
Man, I am sassy today. Where the hell was I?
So what were you going to say?
Also, if you
I
can
was
take a
just saying
second
the
of your
people that
time
he's
to
pointing at
rate
go to the website are already at the website.
Oh.
and review our show. Ben's the best yes-ander in the business. Listen.
Marty asked.
Shut up.
Marty did ask.
Listen. We have a sponsor. Announcement. We have a sponsor.
Okay.
We've talked about them before on the show, but now it's official.
Wow.
They're a sponsor, and I want to give them the time that they are due. Listen. Cake Bams. Did I say it wrong again?
No, you said it fine.
Cake Bams.
They're both less than 5-letter words.
Cake Bams is a company started by my very dear friend, Jen.
Hold
She's
on.
awesome.
We don't want to say she's our friend because we want to sound more professional. Like we got this.
She is our friend, but this is a real company, and they're sponsoring us. It's okay to have friends
No,
that have companies.
It's not.
Why is that not okay?
Because it doesn't seem like you actually put the work in to get a sponsor.
Believe me, I put the work in.
Oh.
Okay? But listen, Cake Bams Well, first of all, they're delicious.
They are. I've had.
You had some
Yep,
today.
they're good.
I've had some. Sam's had some.
He's crammed them in his mouth.
You're supposed to say yes, you've had some.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had
All
some.
right,
so they're
fine.
Good.
Honestly, so cake bams are oh god.
What?
Now he's putting in sound effects. Can you stop it? I'm trying to do something for our sponsor here. You're messing the whole thing up.
There's a bam.
Cake bams are a really delicious way to enjoy rice cakes. Basically, they're a sensible snack, okay? They're the best part of cake. What's the best part of cake? Frosting. Everybody knows that.
Right.
But cake makes you fat and lazy. And it's full of sugar and all kinds of stuff like that. So these are rice cakes.
And you makes you
They're
sick.
artisanal rice cakes. They're like come from natural, organic-y, all that LA kale and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not made with kale, but you know what I mean.
They're
like
made of
LA,
rice.
healthy. Yeah. And then they put frosting on them and delicious flavors. Like this one I'm holding in my hand right now is called Salt in the Dark. It's chocolate with sea salt. Delicious. You don't get one,
Don't let Weesan touch them.
I was.
This one's called Birthday Air Day.
That
It's
was
got
a good
pink
one.
frosting with sprinkles. Marty had that one. It's got a strawberry flavor to it. This one is New Zest Friend.
Because it's a play on words.
Lemon frosting with blueberry. I mean, these are delicious. They're delicious. And here's the thing. They hooked up our listeners with a special promo code. If you go to CakeBams, CakeBams.com, and put in the promo code BDSBAM, BDS BAM,
BDSM.
you get free shipping on any order.
That's not real.
That is real.
Wow.
Brett
Go
Davern
to
Show Bam.
CakeBams.com, put in BDS BAMs, and get free shipping. What are you laughing at, Maddie?
The BDS BAMs or BDS BAM? Is there an S on the end?
BDS BAM.
Okay.
BDSM.
BAMs.
Yep.
Why is Maddie laughing? What did I do?
Nah, it's me.
Same thing that I thought when I first heard it.
Wait, did I do something crazy?
Nope.
No, it's not.
Bondage and
You guys are
sadomasochism.
dicks. What did I do? I'm trying to do something cool for our first
Think
sponsor.
about the promo
Nothing
code,
you've
buddy.
done.
BDS Bam.
BDSM.
You will get-
BDS BAM.
Bam. Bam.
What's funny about that?
You'll get 100% off, or you'll get...
You get 100% off your shipping,
Is that
no
real?
matter how big your order is.
So
Ah,
free
I
shipping.
made that up, so am I
Free
right?
shipping. Free shipping! You can also check them out on Instagram or Twitter.
We'll never promo this again, because she's not going to let us do it anymore.
I think we did actually a pretty good job of it. Listen, we're new to this thing. It's our first sponsor. We're getting better at it.
You're going to like them, guys. They taste
No,
good.
honestly, they are delicious. They go from 120 calories to 170 calories per cake bam,
Right.
which is way less than like a bag of Doritos or that soda pop you kids are into these days.
Oh,
So it's a good healthy snack. And it, do you have a sweet tooth, Marty?
I do.
Did it satisfy your sweet tooth?
It most certainly did.
And did it leave you feeling gross and fat, or did it leave you feeling, like healthy?
Healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, in bondage and sadomasochism.
Okay. There's some joke going on that I'm not privy to, and I don't really care. Sam is here to do his segment. Let's hit the button, Ben. Let's get into whatever Sam wants to talk about.
So offensive.
Sam's been thinking.
It's not offensive. It's like Zen. He's like a Zen guy. That's all it means.
Just so happens to have a... Never mind.
Dude, just leave your liberal guilt over there to the side. Sam,
Yeah.
what are you thinking about?
Man, I've been thinking about cake bams.
Shut up.
No, I really. I'm so hungry. I've been.
Here,
been,
Can I have
on
the
taste one
air?
on air
Yes.
first time? Okay.
No. Which one's the best? This one's the
Which
best.
one do you want?
Wait,
I like. Oh, that one's matcha. You're into
yeah,
matcha.
you know what? No.
You're into tea. Which one do you want?
This one. I'm gonna go with. This one.
Which
no,
one are you
go
having?
with the chocolate one.
No,
Go
he's
with the
already
chocolate
opened
one.
it. Let him
I'll
eat
eat this one. You go with the chocolate one.
Why?
Gosh.
I like the chocolate one better. All right, fine. You do this one.
All right.
This...
God, this is a clusterfuck. Ben, stop putting in sound effects.
All right.
All right, go.
Tasting a cake bams. What's this lady's name? Who gave you guys
Jess.
this?
Jen,
Jen.
Hey, Jen. Jen, I really appreciate you.
just give it a shot.
Here we go.
Lemon and blueberry, all the delicious things.
No joke. This is really good.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I know.
Just don't chew into the mic. That
No.
disturbs me.
The people listening are going to be like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to get some cake bams."
They
Seriously,
should.
They should have some of these, and they're healthy, right?
Yeah, totally healthy.
All right.
No.
And Sam would know because he's the one that shows up with his own special teas and
That's true.
Healthy thing.
Wee Sam is quite a healthy dude.
I've
If you
once
follow
seen
him on Instagram, he's always on top of a mountain at like 5 a.m.
I once seen him drink bone marrow out of a coconut.
Let's get back to what. Let's get back to why Wee Sam's here. Wee Sam, what are you thinking about?
I've been thinking about the overall game plan, and
What?
yeah,
What does that mean?
I've had a lot of
The
friends.
final solution kind of thing, or
No, well, I've had a lot of friends come up to me recently, and they've been like, I feel like my life is going nowhere. Like, I feel like I'm just floating on. And then you know, as we're talking, they realize, well, crap, I haven't had a game plan. I'm not working for anything. There's no actual purpose in what I'm doing.
No, man, I got
I
a
know
game
that's-
plan. It's just not going well.
Then what are
I'm
you?
sorry.
also
No,
who
no.
says
interrupt
crap
you?
anymore?
No, that's actually a really good point too, because a lot of people might feel like they have a goal, and then they're like, well, I'm not getting there, or I'm not seeing improvement. Well, are you working hard enough? You know what I mean? And are you working smart enough? Are the tactics are you using to get to that goal appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, honestly, the biggest problem is laziness. And I know we actually talked about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Marty did. It's really important that sometimes you just gotta stop thinking so much, just shut up and just put in the work. You know what I mean? No matter
Yeah.
how much work you have to do for something.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like that sometimes? Like, you feel like I'm just floating on, and I mean, do you do anything to like get back on track, kind of thing?
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, yes. Oh, I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm thinking about this in real time. So. Yeah, I mean, yes, but I do feel like, I mean, oh, dude, you're catching me at a weird time.
No, exactly.
I'm not good right now, dude. I'm not feeling good. I'm just, hey,
Acting wise, right?
no, well, it's like in all things. I'm
His
not feeling
bowels.
very good right now, man.
And honestly,
not having a good time.
What is the? What,
This
what's
is
your
100.
goal?
I'm
Do you
not
have any
putting
immediate
this on. This is 100% true. I'm not feeling very good right now.
Really?
Yeah, pilot season blew ass. Like really, like blew ass.
Okay.
It was horrible. Really bad, really slow. Every time I would get an audition, I put the work in, dude. Like, you know me. I do. Putting the work in to get auditions. I mean, I don't really know how to do that, really.
How do
You
you
know.
what?
Well, I mean, like, I'm putting the work in the in-between time. I mean, I'm hitting the gym. I'm, I'll keep up with things. I'm studying.
Okay.
Whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It didn't go my way, and I'm pissed. Marty, how are you doing lately?
Well, what I was thinking is, sometimes you just got to do the work in spite of the outcome,
Yeah.
and a lot of goals will distract you from the actual work. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
If you set, this is where I want to be, so I'm going to do certain steps to get to that spot. You'll maybe change the amount of work you're going to do because you think, if I skip this step, it'll get me to that goal better. But sometimes you just got to put your head down and just keep doing the work,
Right.
in spite of any success, any validation.
I think to be honest, that's all I can do lately.
Yeah, that's literally all you can do. It's the only thing you have control over.
Yeah, that's all I've been able to do lately. Is I've been working on the podcast hard. I mean, a couple episodes ago we had our whole like what is this show and our whole little like existential conversation, and like I've been thinking about that, how to make this better, and like I said, just hitting the gym, trying to stay ready for the next job that comes up. But I don't know. That's all I can do, really.
There's a great quote that comes up for me. It's in the book of The Road Less Traveled, and literally it's the first paragraph, the first sentence of the book. Life is difficult, and when you realize that, it becomes less difficult. And so, like, to take the example of pilot season blew ass for you,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, maybe the industry is moving towards more quote unquote diverse actors,
You don't think I could play diverse?
Uh,
I got range, dude.
what's the range then?
Asian.
Excuse me. You never seen me play a black guy?
Once.
You should. It'll change your life. I'm kidding. But go ahead.
No, but so in any kind of field or any type of business you're in, a lot of times that changes.
Yeah.
And if you're not like, that's out of your control, the way
Right.
the business changes. So it's like, okay, well, how do I readapt? How do I, I got to change my tactics now. And then, and not even complaining about it. It's just like, well, that's what's going to happen.
Well, I
sometimes
think-
it's going to work for me. Sometimes it's going to work against me. And it just makes less stress on you. Because I feel a lot of times when people complain about like the things that are not in their control, at the end of the day, it's like, well, It's not in my control, so I just need to fuck it. Just keep doing the work.
Well, I
you know?
think
Change
that's
it up.
why I've been only. I guess we're just kind of focusing on me here, but whatever. We'll keep going with it. I guess
right.
that's why I have been focusing on the things that I can control.
Okay.
Meaning the podcast. Or
Right.
working out.
Exactly.
Or whatever. So that's why it's been important to do that. And then when because I've had auditions.
Right.
And then when those come up, I just do the best I can at them and just do everything I've always been doing. But the in between times suck though, man. It's I don't know. You get
Sorry
bored.
to interrupt you, but you just said I've always been doing what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not seeing, I don't know how long you've been doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, when do you think is the appropriate time to change its tactics a little bit, or maybe try a completely new way of looking at the craft?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's man, I'd have to think for a long time on that question. I think that which I will, but it just in the moment right now, it's hard because what we do is it changes so much from audition to audition. I mean, for me anyway, it does. I mean, I really try to go into each room with a different. I mean, obviously, you're playing a different character.
Right.
You know, so literally, it changes so much from thing to thing. So
Right.
I feel like I do go in with something different each time. I mean, this business is hard, man. There's just so much you can't control, and so
But
I don't know.
Let's keep.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
here's
going
my
with
thing.
you.
I never feel like I've done my best work.
Never.
Ever. I might feel sometimes, rare times, where I'm like, oh, you know what? That was good. That was solid. But I'm always, I can always improve that. You know what I mean? And
I
so
completely
I
agree.
think that satisfaction or that unsatisfaction is what's constantly driving me to always work on something. Go take a class here or there. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And that's the only thing we have control over at the end of the day. And I know when Marty and I were talking yesterday, I think it's the same thing with music, right? Like, just you working on the music is one of the very few things you have that's in control.
Right. Well, and what we're saying is there's so many things out of your control, especially in this industry. And it's really the only couple things you have control over in your life in general outside of the industry is like working out.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can put in effort and see results.
Yeah.
It's like a 1+1 equation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting better at your craft.
Well, it's hard, man, because I mean, look, you can put in as much work as you want as an actor. You can put in as much scene study as you want. You can run those lines. You can know the entire script, even though you're only doing one scene in the audition. And then they just wanted a guy with red hair.
Yeah. Or
they just
had lunch. And
it's hard, and it's hard not to get discouraged with those kinds of thoughts.
Right.
And so that's sort of the thing I'm fighting against is like, I mean, look, there's always going to be someone out there who might do that scene better than you or whatever, and that's fine, and they get the job and you don't. But sometimes, I mean, it can come down to something just as trivial as well, that guy's taller than you are, so
Most of the time
nothing you can do about that.
Something that's popping up into my head right now is to really enjoy the time in the trenches.
Yeah.
And enjoy the quote unquote the mundane activity of going to the workout gym.
You
for
have
actors,
to
you know
enjoy
what I mean?
it. I completely
There's a
agree.
great book called Mastery, and in it, the author is an Aikido master, and he is also a fighter pilot. And he's a great guy. And he
Sexy.
talks about, what's that?
Sexy.
Right? And so he talks about the mundane activity of going up the steps to his Aikido gym and doing that like 5 times a week, constantly for months and then years. And then it feels like he's not making any progress a lot of times. And then one day it just kind of like, oh, boom. He feels like he's reached to that next level. You know what I mean? And
Well,
so
what makes him feel that way?
Makes him feel what?
What makes him feel like he's gone to the next level, if nothing's
It's
changed?
that one. It's the constant practicing of something, and then finally you're able to get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I understand how to do this move now, or oh, I haven't been able to do this move now, and now I'm able to do it. It's it's like when you hit a good scene. I'm sure you've had it. Those amazing auditions where you've booked, and everything's just like
Yeah, it just
fallen
clicks.
into place.
Yep.
Casting director's great. You've got good energy. The pacing's there. The tone's there. You're really connected with the work. You don't care about the producer, the director, anybody there. And there's this like magical moment, where you're just living in the moment. And it's kind of like those moments. You're like, oh, those are the moments I'm constantly striving for. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the path that's easily going to get me there? And that's part of the tough part because it changes. The circumstances change all the time. So the road that led you to that place this time probably won't happen the next time.
Yeah.
I don't
I know.
man. It's a constant struggle. So I guess all I'm saying,
It's a moving target, man.
Absolutely. I guess all I'm saying is enjoy the time in the trenches.
Yep.
Just make sure your goals are specific.
You have
and
to
have
learn.
a good purpose.
You have to learn to love it. I used to complain a lot about auditioning, but the day that I just started going, you know what? Auditioning is my actual job. On set and stuff, that's the bonus.
Right.
Auditioning is actually what I do for a living. Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm an actor. No, you're not. You're an auditioner. That's what I do for a living.
Well, that's part of your work.
I look. I'm just saying my philosophy.
Right,
I think that I flip my mind to that a little bit, and things change. That was a couple years ago. I was like, you know what? I audition more, and spend more hours on audition than I've ever spent on an actual set. I mean,
That's fair.
probably
For a lot of actors.
I've probably been on. I lived in LA 10 years. I've probably been on. Well over 1,000 auditions for sure.
Yeah.
So those hours spent are way more than anything on set, even having done 5 seasons of Awkward. So
Yeah.
I think that kind of helped me a little bit when I changed my mind to that. Then again, you're on a Shonda Rhimes show, so you're going to spend way more hours on a set than you ever had auditioning. But
Side note, real quick. I know we're running out of time. It's not less distracting being on set.
What do you mean?
Those distractions you have in the audition room,
Yeah,
there are different distractions on set.
sure.
So you're never ever gonna for it to be perfectly zen for you to perform
No.
your piece. Very
That's true.
rarely does that happen.
That is
So
true.
don't, for actors out there, artists, don't have the distractions be excuses for why you can't make good work.
Boom. Hit the button, Ben.
That made sense, right?
Is the explosion button again? It's this racist.
We Sam's been thinking.
You didn't hear him talk about an Aikido instructor and stuff? I mean, that's perfect music. It's Zen. It's kind of martial arts, which he's into. What are you talking about? It's not racist. No? Nothing?
I'm into martial law.
All right. Let's go to break. Come back with Jake Allen. We'll be right back with Jake Allen from BET's The Quad right after this.
You guys are fun.
That was good.
That's good. It was fun.
My ears hurt.
Come on over.
You back in
Jake.
town?
I'm in town.
No, I mean, are you around for the next little bit? Jesus.
No, I'm actually gonna
Stop
go.
being a dick.
I know, right?
Let's hang out this week.
Yeah, actually, I'm free.
All right. All right, I'll hit you up.
I'll text you about this week. Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean.
Yes, please.
Love you, bud. Thanks for coming in.
See you, friendo.
Jake, come over here. Sit down, man. We got to get nice and cozy.
All right. Good job, man.
Hit it, Ben.
Yeah, we're still rolling on those videos.
Cool. Yeah, here, take a seat, dude. Thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all having me.
All right. Now time for the hard-hitting interview
Yeah.
portion of the show.
You guys were talking about some acting before. I wanted to jump in the boat with you guys.
Well, let's
you know?
do it, man.
Be
As soon as
sad.
let's get back into it. That's fine with me. We talk about anything, man.
I like being depressed with as many people as possible.
If I'm depressed, I'm bringing you all with me. Wait, where's your? Hold on. I had a whole. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, sit in.
You don't need to be that close.
How you doing, by the way?
He's not gonna say curse words if you don't
Wait,
want
where's
to.
my?
I heard a F-bomb get dropped.
Oh, well, you say
One of those
as
podcasts.
much fucks as you,
You
want.
can do whatever you want, man. It's
Right in front of her. Jessica, you know, I've got Jessica pretty much on lock, so you can do whatever you want.
You really do.
I do, I know. Yesterday, I said I don't pay her a dime, and I sent her some stuff to do for me, and she's like, okay.
Oh my God, you can't talk about just like that though. She looks out.
She's my best friend.
Yeah, she is. She's
My girlfriend officiated her wedding,
We're still on YouTube.
in Hawaii.
That's crazy.
so we're
Just
close.
FYI. Are we back yet? We're recording? We're good? You recording on there? Yeah. Great. Jake, what's up, man?
Not too much. Appreciate y'all having me on a Sunday.
Of course,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
We only record on Sundays, so.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
sort of.
Specifically,
then.
in
how
spite
we
of
do
God.
things.
So it's a hangover podcast. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jake, did you try Cake Bam yet?
No.
You should try one. You want to try the chocolate one?
What flavors?
Force him to
This is
eat.
chocolate and sea salt. Are you into chocolate?
Yeah, man.
Are you into matcha green tea?
No.
Which one do you want to try?
No, I'm gonna go for the chocolate, man.
All right, go for the chocolate. Here,
Yeah, I'll have a bite of
open it up, take a bite of that. Let me tell everybody,
Big
Jake
Bams.
plays Bo John Folsom on the BET series The Quad. And looking at him now, he also has a square jaw, which I'm a fan of.
And I've never been more turned on
Lots
by
of
anybody
pizza.
eating anything in my life. So
No, stop with
Ben,
the sound effects.
what are you doing?
What does that even mean? I said he has a square jaw, so you blow something up? that doesn't even make any sense.
He bit the cake bam.
Jake, how's that cake, Bam?
It's like chocolate. It's like a chocolate popcorn cookie.
Boom.
Wow.
There you
That's
go.
all I need to say.
Wow,
Yeah.
If you don't like that, then don't get the cake bam.
But you should.
But yeah, then you're making a mistake.
Go to
Right.
cakebams
That's a good point.
with an S.com and put in the promo code BDSBAM,
And invest in the company.
and you will get free shipping.
Nice.
All right, Jake.
All right, man.
Who is Bo John Folsom?
Simple question yet.
A simple man, or
Bojan is a football player inside and out. He is a small town Texas kid who is one of those 5-star recruits that
Yeah.
like every single school wants. You know, he could go. He has his pick of the litter in high school, and but he's got some emotional problems stemming from a pretty rough childhood with his dad,
sure.
and those kind of creep up on him.
Couple
And-
layers to this
Yeah,
onion, eh?
couple layers. Yeah.
What does
All right.
Bojan think about cake bams?
I don't think Bojan
No,
would be allowed
okay.
to eat cake bams. I think his dad
Oh,
would be
it's that
pretty-
serious.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty intense.
Oh,
And,
wow.
so he's got his pick of the litter, but he's got these problems that are kind of slowly seeping to the surface when he doesn't need them to.
Right.
Ends up getting in a big fight with his high school coach. Gets blacklisted from all the big D1 schools. Has to sit out a whole year. And then my character picks up during the pilot after this year. So all that I discussed happens before page
Before the
1 of the
show's-
pilot.
Oh,
happens
wow.
happens
The coolest
off camera.
part. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's all in the backstory.
Exactly. And that's when you know you've been given good writing and things like that, when you're really given that backstory.
Sure.
And we pick up page 1 with Bojan, and he's starting to get recruited by this all-black HBCU in Atlanta. And they're kind of taking a last chance on him.
Wait, HBCU stands for?
Yeah, historically black college or university.
Yep.
I did not know that when I first got the script.
Which Bessie DeVos thinks that,
Yeah.
you know, those are school choice back
Yeah,
then.
so Bojan heads east from Texas and winds up really finding a home in Atlanta.
Interesting.
And his dad isn't too happy about it.
Are there?
Is his dad a racist?
His dad is a racist. Yep.
Forgive me for my ignorance, but
Oh.
is there?
No, you're good.
No,
I forgive
mean,
you.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I'm learning, as I go here. Are there a lot of white athletes at these colleges in real life, or does this happen?
No, no, it does not happen really. I think there are 3 players on the fictitious team, and we try to stay as true as possible to real HBCUs. One of our co-creators went to an HBCU, went to FAMU, Florida Atlantic.
Yes.
One of our other showrunners has had her nieces and all relatives go through HBCUs. Our lead actress, Anika Noni Rose, went to an HBCU. So we take it very seriously to stay
course.
true to that. We even shoot on Roger Morehouse's campus in Atlanta,
cool.
which is a very notable HBCU.
Rad, man.
So it's almost a little bit of a like, for your character, it's almost a little bit of a like, what would happen if this happened kind of
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
There's definitely in recent years, like I know it was a big deal. I don't know if it was at Morehouse, but at one of the HBCUs a couple years ago, the valedictorian was a white kid.
Oh, interesting.
And that was like a good thing for the schools, really, is that they were evolving as well, But yeah, not a lot. I mean, when we would shoot at Roger Morehouse, we would use the landscape of the school, and oftentimes see students coming out of dorms or whatever. And I very rarely, ran into a white kid coming out of the dorms.
Do you get a chance to interact with the actual students in real life, like ask them questions, talk to them,
Yeah,
figure
definitely.
out, kind of research your role a little bit?
At the beginning, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do any research because Bojan is this small town Texas
that makes
kid.
sense.
He's
That's
never heard of
true.
an HBCU.
Oh, it's a good point.
His storyline is that he's getting thrown into the fire and has no
Huh.
idea what to expect.
Right.
So I kind of purposely stayed away from it in the beginning. But then vice versa, by episode, 6, 7, 8, when he's been there for a couple months and it's like finding his home there, I try to do the opposite, which is like totally get involved in this
There you
school. The guy who plays my roommate on the show, who plays the character Junior, Miles Stroder, actually went to Morehouse.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I found him to be kind of my guide through the
Huh.
through the
Your Yoda.
HBCU world, yeah. And it was so cool for him, which made it even cooler for me. Like, it can really help you sometimes if you just remember, like, this is fun. We're making a TV show.
Yeah,
like, how
sure.
blessed are we to be able to do this? And
Well, and the show's doing great too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it premiered #1 in its time slot.
yeah, we just had a great season finale as well.
Yeah, it's doing really well. I mean, it has though. I'd be remiss if we didn't bring up. I mean, it's there's a little bit of controversy that's
yeah.
going along with the show as well right now. I mean, I was watching Vice News tonight, had a story about it and everything. I mean, what do you think about all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff
I
that's
mean-
going on with the show?
I appreciate that everyone is given an opinion, and everyone should be able to have that. But honestly, I'm happy that we've made a show that creates discussion.
Sure.
Both within the HBCU world about are we depicting, HBCUs correctly enough,
Right.
and also even to go beyond that, our show deals with domestic assault with my character, domestic violence, sexual assault with one of the characters, hazing, gender relations. The whole pilot begins with this school hiring its first female school president in history. And the fact that that's created conversations, discussions, even
Right.
arguments on Twitter and things like that, that makes me happy because that means you're getting people to think.
Right.
Um,
I mean, and it's ripe nowadays. It's the right time for that. And I think anything that sort of pushes people's buttons, man.
Yeah.
I think not
Yeah.
talking is not
Yeah.
the way to go.
Yeah, and to answer your question specifically about what the Hampton University president, I think, had sent in a letter and didn't think the show was showing HBCUs in a good light. At the end of the day, we are making a fictitious drama,
Yeah.
not a documentary.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we had made a documentary, and, you know what I mean, and had a sex scandal on the show, perhaps
Right.
we
Right.
could get called out for that, as we should have. That would be lying.
Right.
Understood.
But we would also be lying if we didn't address that sexual assault is a massive issue
All
on college
campuses.
campuses.
All campuses.
You know what I mean? HBCUs are not.
And
it's
you,
happening too much.
You played college football too,
Yeah.
right? Full ride
Yeah.
to
Cornell University.
Cornell.
Wow.
Jeez.
The cold tundra.
What positions?
I was a wide receiver. I went in as a tight end and then moved to wide receiver.
All
I
right.
was one of the lucky few that have been asked to lose weight on the football team. Usually you do not get that opportunity.
Right.
Oh,
So I
man.
was very lucky.
Every acting gig I get, I'm just praying that the director is going to come up and be like, "Hey, Brett, listen, we need you to put on about 35 pounds."
Yeah.
I'd be
The
like,
hamburger
"Yes."
roll, yeah.
That happened for this movie Stanford Prison that I did. Actually, they were like, "Stop working out. We want you to put on a little." I was like, "Yes, thank you so much." It's the best
love
day
that.
of my
Now
life.
I can be okay with being ashamed of myself.
But so football player turned actor. I mean, how does that happen? What's your story? How'd you?
Yeah, I grew up in Dallas, Texas, playing football my whole life.
Uh-huh.
Man,
You
so
know,
the
I grew
story
up-
is really close to the home.
I was gonna
run.
say,
absolutely,
sounds a little
absolutely.
Bojan to me.
Yeah, I love that initial connection to Bojan.
Right.
It really helped. Grew up playing football. Grew up dreaming about playing for the Dallas Cowboys. My whole life I was Jake Allen, the football player. That was me. That's how you always knew me, and I was proud of that. I love football. I still do. And then towards the end of college, I was starting to realize I wasn't going to play in the NFL. I had a bunch of herniated discs in my back. I was having concussion issues. I was a slow wide receiver.
What's your 40 time?
You know what I mean?
What's your 40 time?
Right now?
Yeah, no.
Right now it's about 5'2".
Oh man.
No, I think I was around I was kind of I would have been lucky to get into the 4.6s.
Okay, well, that's
but I
pretty
was
fast
definitely
still.
like a
Shit.
low 4.7
That's pretty good.
guy.
Yeah.
What was they just set
I
the
was a
record at the
chain mover,
combine
you know?
this year. What was it? It was like 4. The guy from my university
4.3?
that I root for, the beautiful Washington Huskies,
Oh,
John
right.
Ross, he set the record. It's like 4.2 something. I mean, it was crazy
It
fast.
seems like they break
4.1,
it every year.
Yeah.
4.133, something like that. I don't know. Anyway,
Is he a
Drugs.
receiver?
yeah, wide receiver.
So
Yeah,
he
he's
is
like
why I'm not
lightning
in the
fast.
Should have been a tight end.
What were we
yeah.
talking about? So then how'd you find the drama department?
Right.
though?
So, I was starting to realize pretty soon I wasn't going to be Jake Allen, the football player.
Right.
What would I be? Who would I be without football? And
I don't want your laugh.
yeah, exactly. And I found my way into acting. My older brother is a film director, and so I've been blessed to be able to go on a couple of his sets and see pre-production. And during pre-production of one of his movies, I was the line reader for the auditions. We were talking about the audition process.
Yeah.
And so I would read the lines. And
You would read the scenes with. I'll just explain for everybody. You would read the scenes with the actors who were coming in to audition for the movie. So you'd be like just in the room and you'd read the scene with each person that came in.
Right. And I saw these people come in and do their thing and transform, and I was blown away by it. Immediately went and got into some classes in Cornell, and I quickly found out that acting was going to be my next thing, and that the only time I felt as excited and like I would get these butterflies and this excitement right before a big football game or right before I'd run out of the tunnel, with your team and everything. The only other time I felt that was when I was acting. I was about to go on stage. I was about to do a scene, whatever it may be. And that's really when I knew that I was going to be an actor.
Now, is this the brother? Is this the brother that you would make short films with and shoot each other with fireworks?
Oh yes, yeah. You did your research.
Oh, dude, I
it.
read this.
Yeah.
I looked you up.
Yeah.
So you guys, what? You're making films in the backyard, shooting each other with bottle rockets? What's going on?
Absolutely, yeah.
Who wasn't?
I was really
Early special effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was our first squibs. And so to explain, like squibs are kind of the fake explosion to make it look like
If you
been
get shot with a gun
blood pack.
or a fake gun, obviously on a TV show, they have a little explosive pack under your shirt or something, and it'll pop, and then fake blood will come out or whatever. So
and so
you were doing this homemade style.
Yeah, our version of that was, or Connor's version of that, my older brother, was to strap a piece of newspaper to my belly.
Oh no!
His 10-year-old brother's belly, or like a piece of cardboard maybe, and then put firecrackers taped onto the cardboard.
Oh boy!
So there'd be, half an inch of cardboard between my
And an
heart
explosive.
Not even
my
half an
part.
inch. You're talking about like an eighth of an inch,
right?
a quarter of an inch.
and then light it,
Oh
run
my
away real
God.
fast, run to the safety behind his video camera.
Yeah, right.
And film me, running over the hill.
Sure.
We would do World War II movies.
Very
and,
good.
man.
D-Day and those kind of things in lakes in Texas.
Oh, the stupid stuff.
So
you
I
do when
really
you're a kid.
started in stunts. I feel like I really didn't start in acting.
It's gonna be Jake Allen, the football player, Jake Allen, the actor, and then Jake Allen, the stuntman.
The stunt
the
man.
dead younger brother.
He's gonna have the butterflies when he's
Oh my
rolling in
God.
a car
Right.
on set.
That's funny. I also noticed when I was doing research that you were on a show called Sex Sent Me to the ER.
Oh boy.
And so I was just wondering, any real life experience with that?
No, thank God.
Oh.
He didn't even have to look at the
I was
publicist
hoping
before
I
he
was
answered.
hoping that it was like a documentary show and like it was based on
It
a real
was.
experience
They were
you
based
had.
on true stories.
What was the one that you were depicting?
The one that I was depicting was the story, the true story.
Uh-huh.
And we had the nurse who brought, like, the way the show worked was you would, if you were a nurse or a doctor or something like that, which I have no idea how it works, because shouldn't there be like some type of
Like confidentiality?
yeah, like you can't be.
I don't
as
know.
long as
Apparently
the
not.
actual patient's identity is not revealed, you can actually discuss it in a clinical sense.
Boom. That's why we keep Ben
Ben's a
around.
doctor.
Man, yeah.
But he's actually an alligator doctor because
Oh,
he's from
wow.
Louisiana.
So what was
So it
it?
was a true story, and it was this male model whose member, his John,
Good so far.
was so large
Okay.
that when he would get an erection
Oh yeah.
with a lady, all the blood would obviously, you'd be
Wow.
running to
Right.
his main vein, and it would cause him to pass out.
Well, now, what happened if you got an erection with a guy?
I assume the same.
Same
but-
thing, maybe. Maybe the
assume
same.
the
Oh
same.
my God! So you played the dude?
So I played the dude, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
God,
You
that's
played
fun.
the guy or his wiener?
Both.
Oh, okay. You played
Yeah.
both. I'm just checking.
Oh man,
First-
I love.
They did
I
a
love
thorough
those
job in
kinds of-
casting. if you know
I
what
love
mean.
those kinds of gigs, dude. It's so
Yeah,
funny. I
it
used
was-
to do like sex ed films, like all this stuff that's shown
Nice.
in health class nowadays and
Nice.
stuff. And I just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
when you
into all those
get out
early
here,
gigs.
you're just trying to work. You just want to be
Right.
on set.
Oh, hell
you
yeah,
wanna be in front of
dude.
the camera.
It's
no,
funny
you
though.
don't
Yeah.
come out here and walk right on like you've been on the middle. Like
Uh-huh.
you don't move out here and that's the first job you
Yeah.
get. You always have to do some non-union stuff. When
Oh,
you're,
yeah,
I have a friend who
absolutely.
was on. She did a reenactment on that show. I didn't know I was pregnant.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one, but
Oh,
I
well, you
can
should
imagine
check it out.
exactly what it is.
Apparently, there's a lot of women out there who
I
didn't
think-
know they were
I think
pregnant.
it might actually be the lead-in to sex stories in the ER.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know
probably
I
the
was
same
pregnant.
channel.
I think
Probably
they're
just-
I think they run like
TLC?
Right next to each other.
Yeah, TLC.
Something like that. I don't know.
Appreciate you, TLC.
You have any other questions for Jake Marty before we move on to
Oh boy.
our final little segment? Here?
Did we cover? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. I was drawing this stick figure man. What?
Beautiful.
What position do you play on the show? Did you say this?
I play a quarterback.
Oh.
Yeah, which was cool.
That's even a bigger deal.
Yeah, it was cool because I had an immediate connection to football, to the language of football. You know what I mean? I don't have any problems doing scenes with the language of football
Sure.
on a football
It's
field in
natural.
a football locker room.
Right.
I know that world so well, but I definitely underestimated how hard it would be to prepare to play a quarterback.
Interesting.
I know all the routes. I know everything from a receiver's point of view.
Sure.
But football is such a unique sport because, if you're a shooting guard and a forward on a basketball team, definitely different positions, comes with very different abilities that you need.
Right.
But got to dribble, got to shoot, got to play defense.
They
right?
understand each other. Yeah.
Football, quarterback is completely different. I never taken a snap under center.
General.
You know what I mean?
An army.
Things
Yeah.
like that. Calling
Yeah.
the play in the huddle, needing that strength of voice and the leadership that you
Yep.
need.
Deflating
And you
the
have to
balls.
know you have the hardest position on the field, while at the same time you have to know everybody else's job as well,
Yeah.
which is just completely different.
Do you ever?
It's like
how much?
becoming a director? Or
How much
something.
leeway or not leeway? I shouldn't say it like that. I guess, but how much on set are they like? Maybe in the scene they've written a scene. It's a locker room scene or it's a football scene. You're out on the field, and do you ever say like, "Hey guys, this isn't right. Like this guy would not run a slant in this situation," or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever? Or do they do it pretty good on the page?
I
Or do
will
they come to you
say
for like the technical?
They definitely do
side
it
of
well
it?
on the page, and what they do an even better job is they write the first page, then they go to our football coordinators,
Oh, okay.
run the scripts past them, so that we're not on the field
Right.
spending BET money
Right.
on something that's wrong.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So they're very
Thorough.
yeah,
That's good.
proactive.
Rad.
But yeah, there's definitely moments on the field
Yeah.
because as you know, you've got your script, but when you're in the moment or whatever,
Yeah.
things might change, in a scene. And we always have some football coordinators on the field.
You're like, it's 2nd and 12. We'd never run
Right.
ZXY2 Spider
Right.
Banana in this
What-
situation.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
on the goal line in a championship game scenario? Are they going to run it or throw it there?
You're such a dick.
Big Seahawks
Don't even
fan here.
stop.
I'm going to take a
Don't
wild
even
guess.
don't even answer that question, Jake. Jake, Alan, final thing to do with you. I have 2 note cards, one in each hand. They both contain a different line of questioning. The purple one says 10 questions. The orange one says this or that. I'm going to put them behind my back. You tell me right or left. That determines what line of questioning
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to ask you.
Left.
It's like politics. But wow, what do you
10
know?
questions.
Purple, all right.
Purple.
Wow.
It's been purple a lot lately.
It's
I don't
weird.
know what's
It's almost
going on.
like that's the way it always will be.
So I'm going to ask you 10 questions, Jake. We ask this of pretty much every person that comes in here because
Same 10 questions to everyone?
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes, or
To
you
everyone.
guys- okay.
Oh, yeah, unless they pick the hand that has this or that in it, but no one ever seems to pick that hand.
Oh.
It's weird. Number 1, favorite emoji.
Favorite emoji? I do the probably the bicep.
Oh,
I rock
that's
that.
strong.
It's good. Seems
Solid.
very Jake Allen-esque.
Yeah,
Solid.
right?
Right.
It's kind of my tagline.
Number 2, celebrity crush.
Alicia Vikander.
Oh.
Or Alicia.
Which one is that? Is that the who?
She was.
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
She's in,
Yeah. Yeah.
What would be like the most.
The
notable
robot
thing.
movie she just did, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good one. Good pick.
Yeah.
Number 3, what is your most watched movie of all time? So I don't know if it's your favorite movie,
Most watched.
but it's the movie you've seen the most amount of times in your life. It's okay to say Sex in the City, too. It's all right. This is a
Probably-
safe space, Jake.
Probably Legends of the Fall or Bloodsport. With
Legends of the
Van
Fall is one of my
Damme.
favorite
Oh,
movies
yeah,
of all
can't be
time.
Both good movies.
Can't be beat.
I love her. I
love
love
her
her still.
still. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Good stuff.
The best.
Jake and
So
I almost
many
just
notable
kissed.
lines.
I
We
always-
almost just kissed.
Right.
Go to YouTube and watch.
I
We
always
just
get
become best friends.
We almost just made out.
I always get Legends of the Fall and Legend mixed up. Tom Cruise, right? And
Legend is Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
or I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Now Legend with a unicorn.
Oh
And
yeah,
the-
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Good old TC.
Yeah.
Number 4. What is the first thing you do each morning after waking up?
Brush my teeth.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? Right away, huh?
You guys don't? I feel like that would be everyone's
Not
answer.
right away. No. I like to drink coffee first, then brush the teeth. I feel like the toothpaste gives the coffee a weird flavor. I don't know.
I like to whip
Well,
myself.
usually my thing is I get up,
Belt.
brush my teeth, take a shower, work out,
Right.
then I do the coffee.
You do shower then workout?
Oh yeah, that's my wake up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
Do you do shower, workout, shower
I always
again?
thought it was normal.
Shower, workout, shower again?
Yeah.
Huh.
I keep it clean.
So you're two shower
Clean
kind of
guy.
guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't showered in 3 days.
Yeah.
As we sit here right now. It's not even a joke.
Right.
Number 5. Did you ever have an AIM or any of the early instant messengers? And if so, what was your screen name?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can I guess?
Oh yeah, let's
sure.
take some guess.
Oh,
Go
wow.
go ahead.
Even better game.
Go ahead.
Football Jake.
Okay, I'm gonna guess my end is tight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jake.
I forgot to add 69.
I'm
at the
just
end.
going to say it has something to do with the Dallas Cowboys.
Ah.
Oh.
I probably did, because I was definitely one of those guys that would get a name, and then after 3 weeks I would get bored with it and try to switch.
Tell
It was
us
a
your
bad
most
move.
embarrassing one.
I don't think
Oh,
I would
come
always do
on.
movie ones.
All right.
Like I love the movie Platoon. I would be like Platoon Leader 1990, something like
okay.
that.
Platoon
or,
Leader 1990.
you know, Super Trooper 01 or
pretty
something
good.
like that.
Sure.
Super Trooper.
Mustache ride.
Hell yeah.
I heard there's a sequel coming.
There is a sequel coming.
I've seen it.
Our friend is helping.
Really?
I
write
saw
it.
the Super Trooper sequel.
And
Went to a screening.
okay.
I gave it a 10.
It was good.
Really?
It was a football movie joke.
Blow yourself up for that one.
Yeah.
Number 6.
You were going Varsity Blues on me?
Thank
Nice.
you.
Jake, because I was on a show called Awkward, every interview that I would ever do, they would say, "What's the most awkward moment of your life?" And now that I have my own show, I get to annoy you with that question.
What is the most?
What has been the most awkward moment of Jake Allen's life?
The most awkward moment.
Yeah.
Was it telling your parents that you want to be an actor?
I thought of that, but they responded so positively that
good.
it, you know what I mean. It probably should have been
You had a very
How
Zac
would-
right
Efron.
after I graduated.
How
from
would
an Ivy League
Bojan's
school.
dad respond if Bojan was like, "You know what, Dad? I love the stage."
I just want to dance.
What would Bojan's dad
honestly,
say?
he would beat the shit out of
Right.
him.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yeah. The most awkward moment has got to be, speaking of telling people you want to be an actor, I told my senior year acting teacher at Cornell that I was going to move to Los Angeles and pursue acting full time. And I thought she was going to be like over the moon that one of her students was really going to like give it a go out in Los Angeles and like, you know, really go for it and everything. And the blank stare that she gave me and the followed by the, "Are you sure you don't want to just do it for fun?"
Oh, that's
on the side.
What?
I
Really?
don't know if you would consider it like awkward as much as just like maybe
Insulting.
speechless.
Have you
Yeah.
sent her a clip of the quad?
Oh, I sent her when we got the pilot pickup, you know, and it had a big whatever.
for
Jake
you.
Allen. I
Good.
sent her a
with a middle finger emoji as well.
I sent her like an email. And was like, "Oh, sorry, I ended up, you know."
You
I
can
don't
still
want
send
your
it with the
wallet.
with the bicep emoji.
Oh,
actually,
I should've.
yeah, just like boom.
You send,
Yeah.
send her a box with everything y'all had printed that has the show's logo on it.
How's
Yeah,
how's my
exactly.
bicep taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I long for the day when, you know, maybe this is kind of selfish or something.
Go for it,
but
man.
I
You're
kinda-
in a safe space.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all have those little lists in the back of our head of people you're trying to prove wrong.
Of
I
course.
definitely long for the day that Cornell, like, claims me as one of their acting students or something like that. Be like, remember the time when y'all told me I shouldn't do that and you
Sweet-
didn't want me to go represent
Sweet
Cornell?
revenge.
All
Yeah.
colleges do that. John Mayer dropped out of college. He actually
Hawaii,
got kicked
right?
out
Or Santa
because he
Barbara?
was smoking weed on campus, and they still go, "John Mayer went here," but he actively hates his whole college.
Oh, wow.
Number 7. This is an actor studio ripoff question. I ripped it off.
Nice.
But James Lipton ripped off that whole line of questioning anyway. So,
So James Lipton is a scumbag,
I
essentially.
kind of know what's coming then.
what is your favorite curse word?
Did you think that was the question?
Did you think that was the one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should probably rip off one of the other ones.
Probably
Can you look? Hold on, before you answer. Can you look your publicist right in the eye when you do this?
Yeah. Can you just say
Hold
it
eye
right to her?
contact.
fuck.
He did it, and
Jeez.
she crawled
That's-
into a
yeah,
corner.
I go with the classics.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a good one. It's probably the one we get most common, but
Sure.
like it is the best one.
Yeah. I pride myself in being a good cussing actor.
Good.
As well, yeah, I see actors, if they don't know what to say, they cuss, you know what I mean, just to
Right,
fill the
sure,
time or something
sure.
like that. And I look at, not that I research, I guess I kind of do actually. I think Billy Bob Thornton is the best cussing actor.
Huh.
Like he never, if he's gonna cuss, he's gonna fucking cuss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they should have an award show just for that.
yeah,
That'd be pretty
I
good.
feel like
because
what-
it loses its strength if every other word is a curse word. You know
I
what
agree.
mean?
So you don't think that Samuel L. Jackson,
Oh, he's pretty good.
he's pretty good.
but does he overdo it?
Samuel L. Jackson is the George Washington on the Mount Rushmore of cursing
Of
for
curse
me.
words, yeah.
But Billy Bob is a good applicant for that mountain as well. Who else?
I'm just thinking of Bad Santa.
Yeah.
I don't
Every
know.
curse word in that was the
Yeah,
funniest
Billy
line
Bob.
of the movie.
Yeah, Billy Bob's pretty good. That's a strong
pretty good.
contender for sure. Number 8, Jake. Do you prefer boxer briefs, or going commando?
Briefs.
Briefs.
Just right.
Briefs.
He
Not
said he
boxer
keeps it old
briefs.
school.
I think briefs, yeah.
Wow.
His favorite curse
I'm not
word
sure I
is
know
fuck, and his
exactly
favorite
the
underwear is
difference.
tidy
Briefs
whities.
or tidy whities?
Briefs are tidy whities?
Yes.
Oh, then
boxer briefs are the
briefs.
ones that kind of go down your, mid
Oh, okay.
quad
Boxer
here.
briefs.
Yeah.
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 That's why I tried.
Wouldn't you just say
a
tidy
lot of
whities?
dudes say briefs.
No.
And then I have to help them through like, no, you probably wear boxer briefs.
I
Tidy
appreciate you
whities
teaching
are,
me.
they're what
I should say tidy
Heisenberg
whities,
wore
I
in,
guess.
Breaking
I should
Bad,
say tidy
you know?
whities, I guess. Without looking, do you know what color you're wearing today?
Blue.
All right. Write it down, Ben.
He told us.
It's
Number
always, it's usually
9.
a good guess for me.
Best piece of advice you've ever received
on acting?
on anything.
What about your underwear?
I would steal a quote. Speaking of stealing quotes from like acting studios and things like that, it was one of those actor roundtables that you can watch on YouTube, and they were interviewing Jeff Daniels, and they asked him, what advice would you give to young aspiring actors trying to get in the business, and he just said 3 words: go get good.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, you were talking earlier in the podcast about things that you can control in
Sure.
the acting game and all that, in the music game. And, his approach was basically there will always be auditions out there. There's always going to be movies and television shows and web series getting made and things like that. But if you're young, don't try to take a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to take a shortcut or sneak it. I think of like the acting game or the working world of
Right.
actors is like this house.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to get in a house. And everybody's trying to like climb up on the chimney to get
Right.
in real quick or slip through the back door or whatever. Just walk around, take your time, get really good at acting, study the craft, control what you can control, and you'll walk right in the front door.
Yeah.
When
That's a good point, man.
Mic drop.
practice.
The only people that ever make it are the ones that keep going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10.
Okay.
Final question. We've made it to the end.
The 10's
Now,
gotta be good.
This is the most important question of them all, though. And I don't try to cheat looking at my. Are you looking at my? Don't you?
My eyes
don't-
aren't good
don't
enough to see. Don't worry.
Listen, this is the most important question. I ask this question to people in life as well, not just on the podcast, because I believe that even though this is such a simple question, your answer tells me everything that I need to know about you as a person.
Fuck.
I know. It's heavy.
Well, that's not the question.
Jake Allen, what is your favorite fruit?
Blueberries.
That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you out there for listening. Thank you for subscribing on iTunes, Google Play Music, or YouTube, or wherever the hell you get your podcasts. I don't know. There's lots of podcast apps out there. Maybe I missed one. Remember, this show is free. It always is. All that we ask is that you recommend it to a friend. Go shout it in your grandma's face right now. Do it. Pause the show. Go do it. Seriously. Right, Marty?
Whatever, man.
Also, you can go to BrettDavernShow.com. There are behind-the-scenes photos of all of our guests. You can also find all kinds of fun stuff. You can sign up to receive a free gift in the mail or be a caller on the show. We're doing the 1,000 subscriber giveaway again, which is every 1,000 subscribers that we get on iTunes or YouTube or anything, we are then sending out a gift to one of you that have signed up for the mailing list over the years. So, I don't know. There's like MTV yoga pants. There's Camp Puka t-shirts from Awkward that were actually worn in the show. I just have them laying around my house, and I don't want them anymore. And I'll try to get the cast to sign it all, and I'll just send you guys that shit because I don't want it. So, but we got to get to the next 1,000 subscribers. Right now we're close to the next 1,000, but you guys got to make a push out there. Get us there. You can follow the show, the podcast that is, on any of the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook. Same handle for all those, at Brett Davern Show. Today's guest, Jake Allen, can be found on Twitter at
Jake Allen 85.
And Allen is ALLYN.
Yes. Don't forget.
And then put in the 85. What about Instagram?
Same thing. Jake Allen 85.
Is 85 birth year or college football number?
You're the first person to ever call it out. It's my college football number.
Because you were 90, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
said
you go.
that earlier.
2-meter 1990, baby.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show, Marty.
I what?
Huh?
What
You're
day is
paying
it?
attention.
Oh, man, thanks for being here, though. Seriously,
you. Yeah,
great to
appreciate
chat
it.
with you. Thanks for coming in. Say goodbye, Producer Ben.
Goodbye, producer Ben.
Our producer, Big Ben Collinsworth, is on Twitter at TheBigBen76. That was his not college football, but high school football number, 76.
Nice.
Or maybe he was born in 76. I don't
No, it
know.
was 76.
My buddy Marty Shannon, his latest album is called 2600. You can find it now on BrettDavernShow.com, or it's also streaming on Spotify. His next album, which will be out soon, is called Bring It Home, but you guys will have to wait for that one. And Marty also has this for all of us.
The Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of another corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, and how fervent their hatreds. It's short, don't worry, it'll end soon.
It's all right.
Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors so that, in glory and triumph, they could be the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Carl Sagan.
Marty is on Twitter at Marty_motherfucking Shannon. But leave the motherfucking part out. As
Leave
for
it in.
me,
See what happens.
I'm Brett on Twitter and Instagram at BDAV, BDAVV. If you want to find me on Snapchat and send me all those nudes, you got to put a T in between the B and the D. Mark it down, Maddie. That's one for the creep board. I want to remind all of you to be kind and take care of each other. That was our show. Good night. What do we...
James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. When in doubt, always go Vanderbeek.
I don't want your laugh.
We're recording. He's already started.
So what?
Did you already
I'm
start?
just telling you.
I'm over it.
All right.
Why are we so close today?
Because we got this new angle set up for YouTube so everyone can see our pretty faces.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Don't up, not my upper thigh.
Is he the he's doing his segment or he's the guest?
Huh? Sam's doing his segment.
Okay, so I'm not going to say today's guest is we're just going to
Today's guest is
Nobody.
no, yeah, he's right there.
Oh,
Where's the
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
so good.
We're just starting, and then we're gonna bring you in after the break. We take a little commercial break. Cool, man.
Is that
Thanks.
Huh?
Is that Bo?
No.
It's not well.
Where's the?
Are you sure?
Hey, hand me that whiteboard
well.
pen right there, please. Shit. You can start whenever, Ben.
Yeah, we're going.
When is? How much time do we have till it comes on?
Man, why don't you shut up, you fucking redneck?
Whoa.
I don't make good sounds under pressure.
This is disgusting. Is that your love-making style?
There. You got it. Among other things. Actually, there's.
Is this okay?
I think. I'm not sure.
Jake Allen from Bets the Quad.
How clean are these?
Yeah, that was always the front pickup.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Sorry, that's why I was.
All right, hit the theme song.
Your what time?
No,
Hit
it's
it.
got the minute rolling in.
Oh, how much time we got left?
Oh, I can hit it whenever you want.
Hit it.
What? Gotta stop doing that, man. It's the Rep Rabbin Pro. Brought to you by Nice Guy Digital. Recorded at world famous more pop music, dude. Yeah, published some of the day forward.
Marty ate some peanut butter.
My name's Marty Shannon. Today's podcast, we talked to Jake Allen from BET's The Quad.
Is here to do his segment. Let's hit the button, Ben. Let's get into whatever Sam wants to talk about.
So offensive.
Sam's been thinking.
It's not offensive. It's like Zen. He's like a Zen guy. That's all it means.
Just so happens to have it. Never mind.
Dude, just leave your liberal guilt over there to the side. Sam,
Yeah.
what are you thinking about?
Man, I've been thinking about cake bams.
Shut up. God.
No, I'm so hungry. I've been.
Here.
Can I have
on
taste
the
one
air?
on air
Yes.
first time? Okay.
No. Which one's the best? This one's the
Which
best.
one do you want?
Wait,
I like. Oh, that one's matcha. You're into
yeah,
matcha.
you know what? No.
You're into tea. Which one do you want?
This one. I'm gonna go with this one.
Which
no,
one are you
go
having?
with the chocolate one.
No,
Go
he's
with the
already
chocolate
opened
one.
it. Let him
I'll
eat
eat this one. You go with the chocolate one.
Why?
Gosh.
I like the chocolate one better. All right, fine. You do this one.
All right.
This
God, this is a clusterfuck. Ben, stop putting in sound effects.
All right.
All right, go.
Tasting a cake bams. What's this lady's name? Who gave you guys
Jess.
this?
Jen,
Jen.
Hey, Jen. Jen, I really appreciate you.
just give it a shot.
Here we go.
Lemon and blueberry, all the delicious things.
No joke. This is really good.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I know.
Yes, don't chew into the mic. That
No.
disturbs me.
The people listening are going to be like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to get some cake bams."
They
Seriously,
should.
They should have some of these, and they're healthy, right?
Yeah, totally healthy.
All right.
No.
And Sam would know because he's the one that shows up with his own special teas and
That's true.
healthy things.
Sam is quite a healthy dude.
I've
If you
once
follow
seen
him on Instagram, he's always on top of a mountain at like 5 a.m.
I once seen him
ridiculous.
drink bone marrow out of a coconut.
Let's get back to what. Let's get back to why Sam's here. Sam, what are you thinking about?
I've been thinking about the overall game plan, and
What?
yeah,
What does that mean?
I've had a lot of
The
friends.
final solution kind of thing, or
No, well, I've had a lot of friends come up to me recently, and they've been like, "I feel like my life is going nowhere. Like, I feel like I'm just floating on." And then as we're talking, they realize, well,
quad. I just call it Bets the Quad. Right, right, Ben?
Sure.
Oh, Ben. You still on this podcast?
For another week.
My name's Marty Shannon.
We're also going to talk to Sam.
Oh, we're also going to talk to Sam.
That's all right. I'll say it.
I don't want to talk to him. You can talk to him.
Okay.
He's going to be too famous for us pretty soon.
I know. We gotta keep getting him on here while we can.
Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times. My best friend. And my future homeless friend,
Oh,
Brett Davern.
that's me. Listen up, everybody. Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is our show. Thanks for listening on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Entire episodes of this show are now on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show to check out this podcast in all of its beautiful video glory.
You do realize
Also-
people you're pointing at are probably already at youtube.com/BrettDavern Show.
Why don't you speak up so people can actually hear you talking on the show like I've asked you to do 1,000 times?
They can hear me.
No, they can't.
Okay.
I listen back to this podcast all the time, and I can't ever hear you.
They can feel you.
I can't ever hear you. It's just Marty and I stop talking. We listen for a second, and then we move on with the show.
Is this mic on?
Just start
Yeah,
yelling.
the mic's on.
Just start
Oh.
talking louder. That's all. Project, dear boy. Sing out, Louise. That's all I'm asking.
Well, if I could use one of the 2 microphones.
Shut
on
up.
mine.
Ben, we don't want to give you an actual microphone because we've heard you on the microphone before. But if you want to yell out in the background, we love it. Just
Okay.
make sure you're heard.
Yeah, the ones that I'm on are some of the better.
Man, I am sassy today. Where the hell was I?
So what were you going to say?
Also, if you
I
can
was
take a
just saying
second
the
of your
people that
time
he's
to
pointing at
rate
go to the website are already at the website.
Oh.
and review our show. Ben's the best yes-ander in the business. Listen,
Marty asked.
shut up.
Marty did ask.
Listen, we have a sponsor. This one is New Zest Friend.
Because it's a play on words.
Lemon frosting with blueberry. I mean, these are delicious. They're delicious. And here's the thing. They hooked up our listeners with a special promo code. If you go to CakeBams, CakeBams.com, and put in the promo code BDSBAM, BDSBAM,
BDSM.
you get free shipping on any order.
That's not real.
That is real.
Wow.
Brett
Go
Dameron
to
Show Bam.
CakeBams.com, put in BDSBAMs, and get free shipping. What are you laughing at, Maddie?
The BDS BAMs or BDS BAM? Is there an S on the end?
BDSBAM.
Okay.
BDSM.
so BAMs.
Yep.
Why is Maddie laughing? What did I do?
Nah, it's me.
Same thing that I thought when I first heard it.
Wait, did I do something crazy?
Nope.
No, it's a
Bondage and
You guys are
sadomasochism.
dicks. What did I do? I'm trying to do something cool for our first
Think
sponsor.
about the promo
nothing
code,
you've
buddy.
done.
BDS Bam.
BDSM.
You will
Bam.
get
BDSBAM.
Bam. Bam.
What's funny about that?
you'll get 100% off, or you'll get
You get 100% off your shipping,
is that
no
real?
matter how big your order is.
So
Ah,
free
I
shipping.
made that up, so am I
Free
right?
shipping. Free shipping. You can also check them out on Instagram or Twitter.
We'll never promo this again because she's not going to let us do it
I
anymore.
think we did actually a pretty good job of it. Listen, we're new to this thing. It's our first sponsor. We're getting better at it.
You're gonna like them, guys. They taste
No,
good.
honestly, they are delicious. They go from 120 calories to 170 calories per cake bam,
right?
which is way less than like a bag of Doritos or that soda pop you kids are into these days.
Oh,
So it's a good healthy snack. And it, do you have a sweet tooth, Marty?
I do.
Did it satisfy your sweet tooth?
It most certainly did.
And did it leave you feeling gross and fat, or did it leave you feeling, like healthy?
Healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, in bondage and sadomasochism.
Okay. There's some joke going on that I'm not privy to, and I don't really care. Sam, announcement. We have a sponsor.
Okay.
We've talked about them before on the show, but now it's official.
Wow.
They're a sponsor, and I want to give them the time that they are due. Listen, Cake Bams. Did I say it wrong again?
No, you said it fine.
Cake Bams.
They're both less than 5-letter words.
Cake Bams is a company started by my very dear friend Jen. She's
on.
awesome.
We don't want to say she's our friend because we want to sound more professional. Like we got this.
She is our friend, but this is a real company, and they're sponsoring us. It's okay to have friends
No,
that
it-
have companies.
It's not
Why is that not okay?
because it doesn't seem like you actually put the work in to get a sponsor.
Believe me, I put the work in.
Oh,
Okay? But listen, Cake Bams, well, first of all, they're delicious.
they are. I've had.
You had some
Yep,
today.
they're good.
I've had some. Sam's had some.
He's crammed them in his mouth.
You're supposed to say yes, you've had some.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had
All
some. I'm
right,
sure they're
fine.
Good.
Good.
Honestly, so Cake Bams are oh God.
What?
Now he's putting in sound effects. Will you stop it? I'm trying to do something for our sponsor here. You're messing the whole thing up.
There's a BAM.
Cake Bams are a really delicious way to enjoy rice cakes. Basically, they're a sensible snack, okay? They're the best part of cake. What's the best part of cake? Frosting. Everybody knows that.
Right.
But cake makes you fat and lazy. It's full of sugar and all kinds of stuff like that. So these are rice cakes.
And you makes you
They're
sick.
artisanal rice cakes. They're like come from natural, organic-y, all that LA kale and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not made with kale, but you know what I mean.
They're
like
made
the
of
LA
rice.
healthy. Yeah. And then they put frosting on them and delicious flavors. Like this one I'm holding in my hand right now is called Salt in the Dark. It's chocolate with sea salt. Delicious. You don't get one,
Don't let Weesan touch them.
I was.
This one's called Birthday Air Day. It's
That's
got
a good
pink
one.
frosting with sprinkles. Marty had that one. It's got a strawberry flavor to it.